Part of the whole idea of being able to handle your street level imagery yourself in-house is that really from the beginning you can get set up and manage the entire project yourself too without too much time in implementation or software. So I'm going to walk through the process of how easy this is for you to load your own parcel data and really be off into the field collecting your photography in as little as just a day or two. So the first part of that process is you would receive this application here, just this MobileAssessor Lite data loader, and we would give you two access keys. So like any software product, you would enter in your license key, and that would then connect you to your MobileAssessor Lite environment. So right here, it's just letting me know I'm connected to our demo site. The next thing that you would need to do is upload your list of parcels that you want to go and visit, typically, or just your entire county's parcel list. And you can put some other data in there if you want. If you've got some stuff you want to review, the addresses maybe. Maybe you want to throw a grade and condition in there. There's some extra fields for you to be able to do some additional work. You simply click the Browse button. You would select your just an Excel file. And there's a Preview Data button here. You can open that up, and I'll let you see what's inside that Excel file. It's just a list of parcel IDs, a neighborhood number, or assignment group, however you would want to really divide up your work with the people that would be working in the field. And various different address fields for this demo so that they can do some address verification. Condition, looks like a couple of custom fields like year built, and some notes. So you're able to just upload an Excel file like that. The two main things that you need are your parcel identifier and some kind of assignment group. Typically those are neighborhoods. You can do it by school district or anything else that would work for you. Once you do that, some very easy mapping. We just need to know which field is your parcel ID field. So whatever's in your Excel document, you just say, well, it's my parcel ID field. Which one contains your address? You pick which field contains your address. And your assignment group, again, that could be neighborhood or map ID. So you pick those various fields just to let our system know, here's where the address information comes from, here's where the parcel ID comes from, and here's where the assignment group comes from. After you select those, you tell it to start transfer. And it will begin to push all that information to the administrative console where you're able to then assign work. So I'm pushing up just about 4,000 parcels right now, and you can see it's pretty quick. It's, what, less than 10 seconds, and it just loaded up all those parcels for us. Now from that point, you're done. Your environment is, it's got the data in there, and we've got some default screens that would automatically get set up for you. If you would like to customize those screens a little bit, then there are some very easy controls that you can use. So if you wanted to rearrange how the fields were displayed, you could very easily just click on these, drag them, and drop them. You could rename that screen's information and just make it work, more for what you're after. If you want to change labels, you can go into field settings and change the labels that display on the mobile device. So it's pretty easy to use. From there, you'd really want to assign the work to your appraisers or your folks in the field. There's a few different options of that. I'll show you one, and then I will jump to the actual mobile side of this, and then we can get into some more details. Various different filters. You know, Marlene talked about always knowing where your project is. So there's a lot of dashboards here. Again, I'll get into these a bit later, but this one's just showing what's currently progressing. You're also able to see those that have been assigned and not yet completed, anything that's been completed, unassigned with priorities, and so you can just filter in on your data. Here I see that neighborhood 2010B in the downtown area has not been assigned to anybody yet. So if I'm ready to go do the downtown, I can click that, pick my user, and assign it to them. It lets you know how many parcels are in that group, how many are flagged for a visit, and how many are left remaining. Okay, so if I jump to the iPad side here, this is what a default setup would look like. Again, you could very easily reconfigure this. So I'm logged in, and I'm assigned these properties I need to go out and take my Street View image of. These get automatically routed and sorted for you as well. So wherever I am when I download when I download my assignment group, it's going to order these properties for me in an optimized travel route. So maybe you're not going to collect photos on every single property right away. Maybe you just want to do it on your commercial properties. So that they might be pretty sporadic. And you'd be able to flag your commercial properties. This application will sort them for you, just like UPS goes out and deliver packages in an optimized route. This will do that for you as well. If you are doing street level acquisition for every property, then there's some other search features I'll show you where you can isolate it by a road, the left side of the road, the right side of the road, everything on that road, as well as an interactive map view where you can just open your property and pick it from the map. So this parcel on the top of my list here, it already shows a photo, and it's showing this little purple dot. That means I've already begun working on it. So I've already taken my photo, and I just haven't marked it as complete yet. If I tap on it, some more information will display, and it's got those some of those other fields that we had set up, like grade and condition. But if the address is good, I can just click on one of these buttons that say verified. I verified this address. If there was an issue, I could swipe on here and open this property up where I could go in and actually correct that address. So here it just says city and state. It wasn't really filled in. So now I've fixed it. I might just go in now and say I've corrected it. Okay, and now the address shows updated down here for me. When I'm done working on it, I just click my Mark as Complete button. It lets me know that it's going to be removed from my list. Okay. So I'm ready to move on to my next property. Let's just say that this address is okay. It can be pretty quick. Just verified. I'll tap on the little image thumbnail there. Tell it I want to take a new photo. I take my new photo, and it automatically gets a date and timestamp on it, as well as the parcel ID gets watermarked on there as well. If I like that photo, then I accept it, and I can move on and mark it as complete. Before I leave this screen, though, I want to show you some additional options that you could do from here. If I click the Photo Properties button, I could actually go in and now add some more information to this photo. If you wanted to keep track of the date it was taken, you can tap on there to pick today's date. If you want to geotag where that property is, or maybe where that you took a picture of. Maybe it was something you zoomed in on, and you want the geo coordinates for that. You just drop your finger on the map, grab that point, and now you've got the latitude, longitude of that image, or whatever's in the image where you took that of. We also store automatically where you were when you took it, but this right here is meant for, again, like if you zoom in on something, you can say, hey, it was actually out here on the map. You can also set up different flags you might want to put on it. So maybe you want to keep track that that was the front photo. Maybe you want to keep track that it was a rental. You can do things like that, as well as any comments. Talks to owner. You're done. You can close out of there. Your new photo has been added. You can mark it as complete and move on. So again, you could very easily just quickly go through, tap on your image thumbnail, go in, take a picture, mark it as complete, and move on. If you didn't want to collect the geo information, either way, you're able to grab your photo, verify your address really quickly. And all this information is transferred back to an administrative console, that live QC that Marlene was talking about. It's transferred back in real time if you're connected to the internet. And if you're not, then all that information is still saved on the device. And as soon as there's a signal, it will start to transfer back to the QC module automatically. The field worker does not need to go and invoke some special action. It all takes care of it for them automatically. Okay, so I was showing you from this sorted screen here. I will also show you the map view of what that looks like. So in this map view, you're able to keep track of those that you're assigned to go grab a photo on. They're still highlighted orange. Any of them that I've completed are blue. So I'd be able to keep track of which ones that I've completed and which ones are remaining. Now, if I wanted to open my property from here, I could just click on that parcel, and you can see it also highlights the parcel boundaries. So I could click on it, how I want to open the property, and I could go in and add a new photo for this one as well. Various different places you could mark it as complete as well. Here we've got this view where you would be able to see all of your different data, your photo, your notes, anything like that. And I could just mark it as complete from here too. Okay, so I've showed you the map view, the automatically routed view. Now I want to show you some of the advanced search features where you could actually isolate this on specific roads. So if I go into our advanced search feature, various different options here. You can, you're able to set different priorities on maybe you've got a higher urgency for some properties. You can filter in on those. Also nearby properties, maybe they weren't flagged for you to visit, but you could find those in case, hey, maybe you saw a new building going up and you would just want to grab a picture of that real quickly. You could do that. But let me show you the search by street. This is one of my favorite. So you can do a search by street, and then this drop down will be the list of your streets for that area you're working in. So if you know you want to go down Myers Road, maybe it's a low traffic time of the day, school's in session, and you just want to go through and take care of this road real quick because if school lets out, you're not going to be able to get done as quickly. So I'll pick Myers Road. Then I can say whether the address numbers are going up or down. So are they going forward by number, reverse by number? And then I can pick odds or evens. So if you just want to go all the way down the right-hand side of the road and then hook back around and do the left-hand side, hopefully there's odds on one side, evens on the other. I know the entire country's not like that, but the vast majority. let's say even numbers only, tell it to search, and now your list is going to populate exactly what you told it to. So I said I wanted the even numbers on Myers Road, and that it was the numbers were increasing as I continued down the road. And you can see here, I've now got 2420 Myers Road, 2430, 2498, and I can just go through and very quickly grab all my photos on that side of the road. The field lister is actually able to keep track of their own productivity too. So in here, they'd be able to see how many properties you've assigned to them, how many they've completed, and how many are left remaining. Now back at the admin console, there's some really detailed reports that show how many they get done per hour, during which time slot, where they were when they completed it, and just a lot of really useful information. Again, going back to what Marlene stated, keeping track exactly where your project is. All the photos have been taken, those have been marked as complete, and those yet remaining. You have up-to-date statistics anytime you log on to that admin console. Okay, I'm going to switch to the desktop side, but real quickly I'll just ask Billy or Marlene if maybe I should go over something else here on the mobile side. Guys, did I kind of gloss over anything you think I should go into more detail on?
That looked good to me.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
So let's go to the desktop side now. So if I go to the quality control module, now this part lives back at the office or any laptop or desktop computer. I could filter in on my neighborhood, but mostly what people do is they will say, well, let's just see the pending photos. What's out there that has not been synchronized back to our own local file serve or our own camera system, whatever it might be. I can add that filter, and I see that there's 14 parcels that are still waiting for QC approval. Okay, so I can click on any of those properties. I can go through and see any of the data that may have been edited on there, and obviously the photo that has been taken. If everything looks good, I can click approve, and after you do that, these photos will be downsynced to whatever file directory that you want, to your local local computer or local server, and they will be renamed into whatever convention you want. If you want it the parcel number, then the date, and the sequence number, however you want that to be handled, there's very easy configurations to get that photo to automatically be named whatever you want it to be named. All right, when you're ready to go to your next property and review it, you just click Next Parcel. You can see here that I've actually modified the address. So this is the sample I just showed you where I changed, it says the initial value said city, and I actually updated it to say Springfield. The same thing here, it used to say ST, and I've updated it to OH. You can see the new photo that I took. Again, watermarked, date and time stamp with the parcel ID as well. You also get the GIS Map View of that property. Again, if it looks good, I approve it, and it gets renamed and downloaded automatically to wherever I want that to go. Now, you don't have to go through all these. You could very easily, you could filter in by your field lister. I could say, well, let's say it was field reviewed by, Frank. You can just pick that person's name. You could then do a random sample. Maybe you just want to review 15% of their work. You talk to search, it will randomly go out and pick whatever random percent you want. You could go through and check all that work, make sure it all looks good. Yeah, that person did a good job. Change it back to 100%, tell it to search, and there's some bulk approval processes. So you could just say bulk edit, and you can set these all to approved. So, you know, you might imagine you could have thousands of photos out there waiting, and you just want to do a random 10%, tell it to bulk edit, approve them all, and now those would all be queued up to be downsynced to your system. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to a production client of ours, just so you can kind of see some real dashboards instead of this sandbox here. Okay, so one of the dashboards here will actually show you that your field lister, the assignment group they're working in, how many properties you've assigned to them, and how many are pending. So you can always keep track of how much work they've completed and how much, you know, when you need to get them something else. So Terry Thrasher here, he's 96% complete. You'll want to get him some more work assigned, so he doesn't have to come back into the office. So I could come in here and say, so here's some good ones showing those that are currently progressing, and it's going to keep track of the data last activity. Any of these reports you can export to Excel very easily as well if you'd want to do some further analysis on your own with it. So you can dump those into Excel. But let's say we need to get Terry some more work. We can say, well, where's some unassigned groups with priorities? It's going to list you those. It's going to show you how many are in there. So if you just want to give them a few hundred more to work on, whatever it is, click a few of those work packs, go in and pick Terry and assign it. Now he's automatically going to be granted access to those areas to go work. Okay. There's also this field tracking module. So you can see where each of the field listers are. You click on their name, it would show their last known location. If I click on multiple, it would show me each person's location. So when you're assigning work, you might see who's out in a particular area and make sure you're assigning them neighborhoods or map numbers in their area. There's also, you know, safety concerns. Maybe people want to know if it's really your staff out in the field. You could very easily identify, yeah, we've got somebody out there, it's okay, or no, we have nobody in your area, you should probably call the sheriff or something like that. There's also a historic view. You can click on that field lister's name and the date and time range and kind of see where they were historically. Now, along this here, you'd be able to see how long they were on that property, or you know how long they were parked out front. Anyway, until they marked it as complete. You can click on any of these pings, and it would take you closer to where that is, so you can go in and see where they were. Okay. Various different reports, audit trails, different production reports to let you know on a macro level where things are, every property that was visited. But one of the most powerful is the productivity statistics, so that people don't really need to keep track of their own production counts. You'd be able to run this report here and pretty quickly see maybe somebody needs some additional training or whatever the case might be. So I left the user blank. It's going to go and run the report on everybody. I could have selected an individual user. So you can see here that A. Martin, you know, how many he completed during each hour time slot, how many per hour that he's averaging. Now this report right here, this is this county's actually doing full new construction data collection on our full product. So obviously, if they were just collecting images, then these counts would be much higher. And again, you can export all these reports to Excel, PDF, or Word as well.